Welcome to Bonus Action, a tabletop podcast. Join us on a Dungeons & Dragons journey through the maelstrom continent of Edax on the world of Calloria. Our daring adventurers will uncover the mysteries of the new world and reveal stories of their past. Let's go ahead and meet the cast.
Hello, I'm Druten. I am playing Rizarin Inarek, the half-elf paladin.
Hi, my name's Eric. I'll be playing Bartleby Mriffindor, the human warlock, who's got a little bit of a secret behind him.
I'm Tim, and I'll be playing Vale Luckall, a failed wizard turned adventurer.
Hi, I'm Sean, playing Fenrir Oakenshield, a monk halfling who really wants to be a dwarf.
And I'm Rich, also known as Walnuts, and I will be the DM for all of you in my homebrew world of Calloria.
Hey!
Hi!
We're over here. We're recording. I had to bring up the excitement level a little bit. Welcome. You guys already listened to the intro just a few seconds ago, but I am Walnuts, the DM. We're going to be playing through my world of Calloria. Everyone say hi.
Hi!
Sean. That's Sean.
Hi.
That's Tim.
Hi.
That's Eric.
Hello.
And that's Druten. And we're all going to be playing some D&D. We don't have any advertisers or ad spots or anything. I should have written up a fake one just because, but that doesn't matter.
Typical.
Yeah. Oh boy, I just got nervous all of a sudden. Okay, let's do this.
That's what
I need to
happens.
narrate for a little bit, guys.
Your face is very red.
Oh, narration. How boring.
We'll just get right into it. The campaign starts roughly 150 years after the end of the Long Night. The Long Night is a battle between the gods, where the gods themselves have been able to banish themselves from this planet known as Calloria. The planet was created by the gods as an experiment to see how the people would live. But as more and more gods became known of this planet, they added more and more hardships. Death, destruction, murder, mayhem, lunacy, all of that craziness. It wasn't until the magical gods created the goddess Serihun, the goddess of the moon, who her beauty was able to pull all the destroyer gods off the planet, and then they created a barrier around the planet. 150 years go by, or actually 120 years go by, and the ship known as the Stormbreaker decides to go on its first expedition towards the Maelstrom, the perpetual storm to the northeast of the continent of Credenia. Or Ulafas is that continent, my bad. They don't know what's there, so they wanted to find out. So the Stormbreaker took a couple of other ships up north, and after about a year, the Stormbreaker was the only one to return. Since then, over the past 30 years, the Stormbreaker has been upgraded with harder, heavier woods, mithril-like metals, just so that it becomes really the only ship that can ever properly make it through the Maelstrom and to the continent that they found known as Edax. During this time, during these 30 years, the lower portion of the continent of Ulafas, known as, where was it? Oglad, started to become a barren, desolate wasteland. So a large tree in this area, with a lush forest throughout the majority of this lower portion of the continent, that just started to become barren. Dastardly, devilish, fiendish creatures started living there. And the leaders of the main city of Credenia and Verahun, the dwarven city of Verahun, the main city of Credenia, they wanted to know why. They tried to research it, but then they find out after some exploration was done of Edax, there is a location of Edax that looks very similar to what Oglad, which is now the Wastelands, is. And so they started adding more funds to these expeditions. That's where you guys come in. You guys are on one of these expeditions. Not necessarily for Verahun or for Credenia. You guys decided of your own free will to get onto this ship and head off to these lands. And that's where we see you, Rosarin. First of all, what do you look like?
I mean, I really haven't super thought about what this character looks like. I mean, he's a half elf. He's got shoulder length brown hair, like dark brown hair, and dark black eyes, but or dark brown eyes rather, and just some tattoos, but not really super visible because I'm normally in full armor and like purple clothes underneath, like the normal clothes, fine clothes I'm wearing are purplish in color. Okay. But I haven't really thought about what like he looks like.
So you come down into the mess hall of the Stormbreaker ship, and you take a look around, and there's many people. It's hard for you to actually know what time of day it is. So you've been under this storm for a few weeks, but it is practically night pitch black the entire time you're under this storm. So time is kind of getting away from you.
Is there lightning in this storm?
Occasional lightning.
Okay, so it's not always pitch black.
Well,
I'm setting the tone because that makes it ominous and junk.
It is good thinking.
Lightning is cool.
One thing I forgot to do.
And stuff.
One thing I forgot to do right at the beginning is y'all start with inspiration as well.
Woo!
Everyone gets some inspiration. Use that whenever you want.
Is it the lightning?
Well, if I didn't give inspiration right at the beginning, he would have gotten inspiration for that. Sorry. The inspiration will last for just each session, so at the end of the session, you lose your inspiration. Anyway, you're down at the mess hall. Clashes of lightning, patter of rain, the wind and waves hitting the ship. And you look around, and there's all the crew people, any of the travelers, and you look over and you see your halfling friend, Val, that you've come to know throughout this journey. Sitting at a table, getting ready to eat her lunch or dinner, whatever it is right now.
She waves at you enthusiastically when she sees you.
And I walk my way over, and
your retainers are behind you.
Right.
Yes.
And what's going on? What do you need?
Good morning, sir, leader man. How are you doing today?
I'm tired of this blasted fucking shit.
Me too.
Good to know. Who are you?
Vale, sir.
Why? Okay. Why should I care?
You asked me to follow you. I know where to go.
Okay. So why? Why are you here?
Well, I was from a small halfling village. I ended up going to school. I failed out. I'm not very good at school. And I didn't have money to really support myself, so I kind of just stayed on the streets for a while. And then I found you, and now I'm here.
Failed out of school? What school?
Don't remember the location.
Oh,
the name's not really important. Oh, okay.
For players, that makes a little bit more sense. For other players, Jordan and Sean.
For me and Sean, yeah.
That's a little bit of a Easter egg.
Yeah.
I want to be from Tristram. It's not fair.
Your character could be.
I mean, it would make sense, but...
No, maybe later.
As you guys are having this discussion, you do look around and you do notice another human and halfling standing by the walls next to each other. The human looking a little grim. The halfling probably fun and silly because that's the characters I believe Sean usually plays.
Yes. Yeah. A little halfling trying to grow a beard. Just chilling.
And you two, Bartleby and Fenrir, you do notice that at this table with this halfling and human that you haven't really...
I'm half-elf.
Halfling and half-elf.
Respect my half-elf heritage.
I mean, isn't a half-elf technically a halfling?
Well, he's the halfling and he's the...
I mean, they're half...
I'm half a thing, but not
so
a thing.
I motion at my height and then motion at his height.
Doesn't mean you're both not halflings of some sort.
True.
That's fair.
You two do notice that there is a half-elf and a halfling and 3 retainers next to the half-elf. And there is some space at the table if you guys want to go sit next to them at the table.
Your retainers are human as well?
No, they're out.
Oh,
A half-orc, a halfling, and a half-elf.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what you guys notice if you want to.
I don't know that I trust much of anything on this ship, let alone a group of people.
Vale begins waving at you enthusiastically.
That's frightening.
This is a lot.
I leave it to you.
Let's go see what all the commotion's about, just 'cause.
This is an awful idea.
You know what? Well, that's your opinion.
So you guys take any food you have and you go and you just sit down right now?
I don't take any food.
You don't take any food?
No.
Alright.
All right.
I'm kidding. I take food.
And you, just, and you go and you just sit down right next to him?
Yeah. What's up?
Hi, new friends.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
You have a lot going on.
Thank you.
Why are you so excited?
Well, it's another day that you're alive, right?
Yes. Yes, but it's another day for you to die as well.
True, but I'm not dead yet.
We can work on that.
This thing doesn't have passive perception. Who has the highest passive perception?
Not me. Mine's only 11.
Passive 12.
Okay.
How do I know what my passive perception is?
It's 10 plus your perception
bonus.
bonus.
13. You have a high wisdom, so you're going to at least be 13.
It's 13.
app, it should be right
Okay.
there. Unless you're in a
So
different
you
app.
two at 13, the 2 halflings, you do notice coming down from the from behind, basically where Rosarin came from, is the captain of the ship, Captain Darkhorn. He comes down, just looks around, and a few moments go by as another crewmate comes running down and talks to him, and he has this look like, oh my god, in his face, as he cuts across the mess hall, past your guys' table, and heads right up onto the deck.
All right.
Yes.
Should we check on him? He looked like he was
You saw
kind
that
of in
too?
a panic.
But why?
It's a fantastic question. I like your style.
I don't know. It might
Question
be,
everything.
It might be
Are you in
fun.
shiny armor?
Kind of.
Hi. That's all I got.
That's all I've got for now.
I
'Cause
can
I don't
check
know
on
what
him
you look
for you
like.
if you want, sir.
Yeah, you do that. At
I'll
least
go
ask
too.
the captain what's up.
I'll go too. Let's go. Let's do
well,
this.
I scuttle up the stairs.
Alright, so you start scuttling up the stairs, you catch up to him right before he, like, halfway up the steps, and he's like stomping angrily up the steps as you catch up to him.
Hello, sir. Are you doing okay?
Look, there's a bit of a situation. I'm fine, thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I hope your travels are going okay, but we gotta handle something. If you hear the bells, either get into your cabins or come up and help, but we should be fine.
Help with what?
You'll find out. We have another ship coming with us, but, well, they decided to go off course just by a little bit, and, there might be a little bit of a situation. So, just pay attention.
Okay.
Not in the room.
And he storms off again.
Okay. I'll go back to the table.
Yeah.
Says if we hear some bells, we should either hide or go help fight something that we all know about.
Yeah, it was very cryptic.
Well, fighting sounds far more interesting than anything else that's happened on this boat for God knows how long we've been on it.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
I continue to eat whatever I was eating.
So any other conversations you guys like to have? We continue talking, but as time goes by, eventually you do start to hear some bang, bang.
I thought we were having
bang.
conversations. You just
I mean, do
bypassed
you
it
want
all.
to have
No, bells
forget
happen.
it. Bells are
Not
happening.
anymore.
Bells happen. No, I can't have any conversations. that I wanted to have, but no, bells happened.
Did you
nope.
want to have conversations?
Nope, bells happened.
He did, but it's okay.
Sorry. We can rewind.
Nope.
Just a smidge.
Nope. It's okay. Conversations
you guys-
happen after bells.
You guys continue to have any quick conversations, and then bang, 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 these warning bells start to chime. Do you guys head up on the deck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
I guess I'm going.
Alright, so then, I would probably say, Rosarin, you're probably, you're gonna be in the back, Bartleby.
Why?
Because you're reluctantly going up there. I'm assuming you're gonna be in the back.
Yeah, it makes the most sense that these guys get up. You know, I would imagine, I forget your name. Vale jumps up enthusiastically first and runs up the steps, followed by these guys. I continue to
Oh
stuff
no, she doesn't
food in
want to
my mouth.
die. She's not going until he goes.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's probably
yeah,
enthusiastic.
I mean, yes.
I imagine I'm just going to eat a moment, and even after they're gone, just kind of sigh and slowly make my way up. So
you guys, a lot of the other adventurers and those who aren't deckhands of the ship go into their cabins. One or two other people that are in the mess hall head up as they hear the bells, but you recognize them as deckhands and crew of the ship. But you guys follow them. Some excitable and happy to go help. Mm-hmm. One very reluctantly. You get up there and the rain is just drenching, pouring down all over. Like, it's raining sideways. It's how heavy this rain is and how crazy the winds are. The waves are crashing back and forth, and occasionally you'll see flashes of lightning in the distance and even near you, and just barely through all of this, you can see the other ship that was supposed to be following behind you, the Nameless. It's the name of the ship is the Nameless.
It's always a good sign.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you...
it's like a nameless bodyguard. You know he's going to die. So, okay, cool.
I'm always rooting for unnamed guard 3.
Here's the thing, it's the Nameless. It's not
true,
nameless.
it's an actual title.
The nameless
True.
ship over there is definitely going to sink.
Clearly they gave it that name knowing
For a reason.
it wasn't going to matter.
For sure.
And by that you mean me. So what do you get up on deck, what do you do?
I'll look for where's the captain and all this?
So what do we observe? Like,
You observe...
I see the ship there.
Yeah,
Yes.
you observe this...
Is it attacking?
This ship, it's getting jostled around a lot more than the ship that you're on. Your ship is a lot heavier. So it's easier for it to actually, stay afloat in these heavy, waves. But it's really hard to make out. If you can make a perception check to try to figure out what you see better out there.
Yeah, let's do that. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
How do I do that again?
It's probably skills tab.
Perception. Boop. I can't roll that.
You'll need to actually go perception skill.
Oh, here we go. Bloop. 16.
Not bad. It is the wind and the rain is very hard to see because it's also pitch black unless there's a lightning strike. But as you're looking with that 16, you just so happen to have a lightning strike off to the backside, and you can kind of make out something coming out from under the water. You can't really tell what it is.
I reach for my pocket.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. What did you want to do?
I was looking for the captain. Where's the captain? Because he was so cryptic earlier. Now I don't know what's going on. I just know he needed help.
He's when you get up onto the deck, if you look to your left and right, there's steps that go up
Port starboard.
The wheel.
God.
I don't know this. No, it's left and right. It's to left and right, and the wheel is behind
Port
you
is left.
up top.
You have a boat thing here, just put some masking tape. Or even just it's whiteboard, just write on it, port starboard.
This one's port.
So he is behind you up some steps at the wheel, and he's shouting orders to all of his decks. Roll an Arcana.
No, that was the wrong one. Sorry. A 7. That's really low.
You don't get any.
All right.
Anything.
Okay, so I'm going to go up to the captain and ask him what's the situation.
Do you all go up with him, or is it just you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all head up, and the captain... Well, I'm glad to get some help. So we're about a days away from Edax. A little bit more of the storm, and then we're there. But this is the worst part, because it tends to be a kraken that swims around the island, and it's usually at this point that we're in its path. We told them to follow right behind us, and as he says that and points over, another lightning strike just so happens to hit, and you see a couple tendrils coming out from below, crashing onto the ship, and getting ready to grab it.
Does that put us in danger? Or just them?
Maybe. If they anger it enough, it might pull them down and then come after us.
So might it be in our best interest to just continue on and pretend nothing's happening?
That is definitely our best interest, but with you up here, I need 2 of you each, or I need the 4 of you to split and take 2 cannons on this side of the ship, and it's going to be the right side is. The starboard side. I had to look at my hands, everyone.
Yes, I understand.
Sir?
Left and port have the same amount of letters.
That's true.
That's how you remember it.
Okay.
That's,
I won't remember that.
Wow.
Sir, that sounds
Thank
like
you.
a good way.
I love that.
Sir, that sounds like a good way to make it angry.
Yeah.
We're not going to fire, but the more people we have on cannons to load and fire, if it comes towards us, the more likely we'll be able to at least try to defend ourselves. This ship is heavy. We shouldn't be a big problem. We just got to get out of its area.
But they're definitely dead, right? Over there?
You can hear, this is loud now, how heavy this kraken is hitting. It's hitting this ship, and you can hear cracking and crunching, things falling.
Yeah, we should definitely leave.
He's we're headed, we're full mass going forward, but we just need people on cannons.
There's an entire fucking ocean, and y'all pick the route that goes through the Kraken all the time.
True.
So, there's only one real good area to make passage onto Edax, near where the outpost is.
You're telling me there's not routes around that aren't through the Kraken?
Elf, it's like a maze, only they can't choose where to go. They have to follow the only path. This leads it to this. I'll take a cannon that faces the Kraken.
Great. Who else?
I want to take a cannon furthest away from the Kraken.
So you take a cannon on the port side?
Sure.
He's like, he's trying. Or she's
Do we
trying.
need 2 people on a cannon?
It's one person to aim and load, and one person to
Oh,
fire.
fine, never
So
mind.
That I don't really know the full rules of cannon. I'm saying right now for this,
I mean, big guy with his toughness can probably do one on his own.
he can load it and aim it,
Lift
but it's
and
still
load
the
and-
action to fire.
Yeah, but
So he can load and aim, and then somebody still has to fire because he's then using the rest of his next turn to load and aim.
I could lift it and I just Eldritch blast it to fire.
That would be dope.
Right? Wouldn't that be cool as hell?
But you didn't aim it.
It is force
I can
damage.
aim whatever I feel like.
It's force damage.
But if you guys each take a cannon, that's fine. It's going to take 2 turns to fire.
I've made my way to a cannon,
Okay.
so if anyone chooses to follow, that's
I will follow
entirely
to
on
you,
them.
your cannon.
Okay.
Wicked,
Yeah.
wicked.
Do you?
I am very annoyed, by the
Begrudgingly.
way.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go to a different cannon.
We're both quite upset about this.
Yes.
The same. I think we have to be on this side, right?
You see, my number one goal
All
is
right.
staying alive.
That's me too.
Yeah.
At the moment,
So what do your retainers do?
what's a retainer
well,
other than the thing that holds your teeth in?
I'm a
3
knight
servants.
background, so I have 3 servants, basically.
Oh,
There's
so
actually,
they're
one
so they're
person cleans my
dying here,
armor.
aren't they?
They will not go into anywhere that's dangerous.
They're only going to fight.
Right.
if
You
they
know what?
have to.
Actually, well, I
Are
don't
they,
know
are
that
they
would
hiding in your
be-
cabin right now?
Yeah,
I would think the 2 would be hiding in the cabin. The squire, though, might have
Yeah,
followed.
the orc. He might come with me.
Can his name be Podrick?
No.
He was my favorite.
You tell me I could have been hiding
Well,
in the cabin?
Fairness.
You could have been hiding in the cabin.
You could.
What's his
His-
name?
Coolrick.
Who?
Cool Rick.
That's fine too.
Cool
I like it.
I like it.
I'm never
Does he
going to
wear
say it.
sunglasses? Like,
No.
I'm Cool Rick, and then put sunglasses on.
Not Cool Rick. It's
Not
Cool
Rick.
Rick.
Unlike the
Not
lame
people
Rick
with
over
it.
there.
My name now is Average Rick.
Average Rick.
Sir Average Rick.
So
Rick.
you could, with your squire, could take one cannon on your own.
Sure, that
Okay.
makes sense. Wait, but then what's Sean gonna do?
He's
Do
going to
we
be.
really
I,
need-
look, I thought
I
of
could
this
go back to
earlier.
my
You're
corner.
going to be Scrappy Doo, and you're just let me at him. Let me at him.
Let me at him.
That's his choice. He can
I
do
know.
what he wants.
I know.
You can't give him
I meant to
ideas like
text him
that.
this instead.
No.
You could hide in a barrel like we want to.
I've seen Lord of the Rings. It
Is-
works.
Is there like just a random hand, like a random crewman on a cannon that I can just join?
Yeah, you can join a random crewman. The other there are a few on cannons, but I put a few cannons that there's some that aren't labeled on there. Like some under deck, but you could take one and a crew hand will probably help you.
Okay.
Okay, then that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think
that
that
Like
works.
Arthur, I can just add dice for him.
They're
Yeah, it's all right.
literally cannon
They're expendable.
fodder.
So
Cannon fodder. I appreciate
Because they're
it.
cannons.
I just have to ask, now that you're here, and he shouts, hold until I say to fire.
uh-huh.
Does any of you break that?
I reach for my medallion.
Well, another arcana.
Do I see medallion?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I mean, if
It's in
you
your
want to
pocket,
keep
right?
it, if you want to keep it,
I got a
slide,
nat 1.
and that one, you feel nothing.
Okay.
Normally she's talkative.
Yeah.
She's
All right.
not. But
So I break
did
nothing.
you want to keep that you
It
want
is as is. So
did you want to grab your medallion in secret?
yeah, no, it's the
in your
same. I
pocket,
reach
right?
for my pocket.
Okay.
And
So I was gonna say maybe do a
Feel-
sleight of hand, but
No.
if you're just putting your hand in your pocket,
it's all
it's
good.
not
Reach for my pocket. I feel nothing.
She won't take
and
extra
then,
note of it.
and then
Yeah.
we do nothing new. So
and so you just sit there as you
It's a literal crack.
barely hear these screams. It is a crack. And I was kind of hoping, especially since the beginning of the conversation, you guys we're going to try to die session 1.
listen, lady, that's not how I roll. I let the dice decide for me.
I know.
I never agreed to this.
In fairness, I did not say try to die. I just said we totally could.
Totally.
You knew about this, didn't you?
I fucking did not know.
Krakens make every session 1 exciting. So
Yeah, that's why I did it.
all right.
You start to hear cannon fire coming from the other ship. You see explosions coming from over there. You see the mast fall, and these giant kraken tendrils and tentacles just wrapping around it, breaking it apart, and just taking the ship, or most of it, under. Part of the ship still sails barely as it starts to sink on its own. Val, you look like you want to say something.
How far away from the shore are we?
You're
A day.
still about a day's travel, less than.
Damn.
I hope you know how to swim, little thing.
Nope.
Me neither.
I meant to ask, are any of you characters seasick?
Nope.
No.
Alright, I was gonna then
For simplicity.
I got a solid constitution, so I think it's okay.
I was gonna have you all, and it's something that skipped my mind right at the beginning, have you all roll Constitution unless you choose
Yeah.
that your character gets seasick.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have you done it.
It's not too bad, 14.
14. I'm a 15,
So
so I think we're okay.
You continue to travel. 10 minutes. 20 minutes. You see some of these tentacles coming up. You hear barely some screams left. And the captain, you look back at the captain and he's fighting the urge to say, go rescue. But he knows. He knows. Because he's dealt with this before. This isn't his first time sailing with another ship. And this isn't his first time sailing with a ship that's as cocky as the Nameless.
We're probably not his first time sailing with a ship named the Nameless.
I was gonna say, is this like the Nameless 8?
The only way this ship could be more
Roll a
unlikely is
d20 and
by
tell me
naming
what
it
number
SS
Nameless
Jenkins.
this was.
His name was 2. I rolled
Okay.
a d12.
All right,
so-
good.
Alright, that works.
Over the course of 30 years, but so the ship comes and goes every year.
Well, they
so
probably
it's only been 15 travels, so a d12 made more sense.
they probably gave all their other ones different names until they just got tired of naming them.
It's like your tattoo. The first one's always really well thought out, and the other one's like, I don't know, man. I just like the shape.
I know someone who has a tattoo of a doorstop. And, like, they have tattoos all over, and, like, why a doorstop? I've always played with doorstops and made the little twanging noise.
Yeah,
Basically.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dumb. And I like it.
20 minutes go by. I'm just gonna see how angry this Kraken was. Not one. He wasn't very angry.
Cool.
Or was he very
Well,
angry?
yeah,
I mean, that's
true.
kind of
The important part is
Well,
he's not
or was
angry
he
at
very
us.
angry?
right. So, like in that instance, it's you're choosing. You have to pick whether or not.
I don't know. He rolled to see how angry the Kraken was.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the Kraken making the roll.
Or was it, our luck in that instance?
I was really banking on one of you guys firing a cannon.
No
Wow.
way, man. No
She
way.
bade me
Well-
nothing, so I did nothing.
I mean,
Also, I don't want to die.
after about 45 minutes to an hour of sitting in this heavy rain and the wind and everything, Captain shouts.
Roll for pneumonia.
The captain shouts.
Yes.
The captain shouts. We're mostly out of the territory of the Kraken. You guys should be good. Go warm up, and I'll come down and thank you all personally for at least jumping to try to help.
I leave right away.
I follow.
And get a
Reluctant.
blanket.
I follow reluctantly.
Yeah.
I'll follow behind.
You guys make your way back down to like the central mess hall. There's steps that go down to more, like more bunks, and then there's
Is there a fire anywhere to warm at? Which would be dangerous, but still. I mean, you got to cook on a boat somehow. There's got to be fire somewhere.
There are some torches lit at the tables that you could go and warm up at and dry.
I strip
Okay.
to hang my clothes to dry.
Rosarin, your room is actually on the same level as the mess hall because you paid Mr. Fancy Pants.
I did. I'm going to just go back to my room and change out of the wet clothes into dry clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You have money and more sets of clothes?
Hell yeah, I do.
Wow. Lucky.
I mean, I don't have much more money now,
Yeah, I suppose.
but I was not going to sit in steerage. like a
You are at
fleet.
night. You're like, I change into my civvies.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So you get changed, you meet back in the mess hall, or
Hell no.
I'm in the mess hall.
your
In-
retainers. Your
in the
retainers
buff.
follow you. And
Oh, no.
Oh,
They hang out in the mess
they
hall.
hang out in the mess hall.
I'm in the nice room.
Right.
They're down in steerage. I did not pay for them.
I'm gonna
I had
become-
fancy quarters.
I'm going to become really good friends with Average Rick.
Okay. I mean, they're
Not really.
the recruiters.
You can become average friends with him.
Average friends.
Not cool friends.
Subpar
Not
Just
friends.
average.
Yeah.
You're all in the mess hall, and you came close to having to fight a Kraken at your measly low level ones. What do you guys do now?
I scared it away.
So-
Good.
I eat dinner.
You're
and
not
go to
even
bed.
in the room. You're not in the room.
I didn't say that to y'all. I
I'm
just said that to
Sta-
myself.
staring in the mirror.
Yeah.
I scared it
Exactly.
away.
Send that to the void.
I'm just in the mess hall chilling.
Chilling.
Mostly naked.
Buck ass naked.
Mostly naked.
Same.
I got an extra pair of skivvies, so
Okay.
Same minus the naked.
Okay.
yeah. So you're
Just chilling.
probably cold.
Oh, I got a blanket.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I wasn't going to help anyway, but
I can make an illusionary fire.
so could I.
That's
think.
about it.
Right? I have an illusion spell. Yeah, minor illusion.
Yeah, me too.
That'd be fun.
We can make a really big fire. that
Let's
looks
do
like
it.
Fire, but it's not actually fire.
I make a minor illusion fire because it makes me feel better.
I also add to the fire.
Yeah.
So you guys sit next to one of the lit torches or like lit candles at
Yep.
the thing and just make it look bigger.
Yes.
Make it look like a bonfire.
We do not sit next to each other.
No.
Although she might be trying, I'm not having it.
She gets closer, you scoop.
Yes.
Okay.
That is on brand.
I'm gonna try to warm myself in this magic fire, then just be very disappointed.
It's a really bad fire.
Yeah.
Fenrir, you walk up to this fire, and it kind of looks like there's 3 fires going, and they're like not really colliding that well. It's overlapping with each other, and there's just the one that you put your hands real close to, and it feels warm, but the two like surrounding it, it's just like you're thrown off.
Sit by this fire. It is not very warming.
No.
But it's, that mind thing where you might think it's warm because you can see it.
Fire.
Yeah. That's a word that works. I stop for a second and just stare off into the darkness for a moment and then get back to my thought. Placebo. It's working. Not really. I'm freezing.
Well, you're mostly naked, so.
That's not my fault. My clothes are wet.
But you took your clothes off.
Because they're wet. They're wet clothes. I don't want to catch pneumonia.
As you guys are saying, it's a deckhand walks by. He's like, he has the right idea. Haven't you heard of Grill Bear? Anytime he goes in the water and comes out, he gets naked and stands near a fire to dry off.
What's a grill bear?
It's this famous survivalist.
I quit. Show's over.
Does he write books?
Oh, he has books called
Wild versus Bear,
and I was gonna say man survival.
Man survival.
That's
yeah.
Les Stroud, not Bear Grylls.
Yeah. Do you have a book?
Oh, is he the pee bottle that drinks human?
Yeah, that's him. You heard of him.
I believe the little one is having trouble with mind stuff. Do you have the book, sir?
I'll have to go check. I'll look through my stuff. I don't know if I packed it this time.
I'll be right here naked-ish.
And he doesn't run off, but he walks off doing whatever his task is. The captain comes down after a little bit, and he looks at least the three of you and the squire, and he's like, "You guys did good. Well, the three of you did good, even though you didn't really have to do much. I appreciate coming to help. As soon as we get close enough, we're going to make anchor, and the three of you and the other guy, you're going to come with me to the outpost, because we have a mission to try to rescue anybody who might wash up on shore."
Does washing up on shore happen frequently after a Kraken attack?
Sometimes. It depends on where on the ship they were and how.
We're a days away. Anybody should be dead by this point.
They could make a raft, I guess.
Obviously, you haven't read a lot of horror books. You always need to confirm the body.
Would something else happen to them if they weren't dead?
We don't really know.
All right. Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I suppose I'll go.
As soon as we get close enough, we'll anchor. The four of us and the other guy, we're going to get on a rowboat. We're going to row to land, and we're going to head to the garrison. It's going to take some time before you actually get on your adventure to go rescue anybody, but you never know what you can find.
That's fine. Just a word on your leadership skills. In the future, don't point out that ones who've been called to action have done nothing. That's very insulting.
You also might want to tell people about the Kraken before the Kraken attack.
That might help too.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. I've done this trip 15 times. This is now 16 times. And we've only encountered the Kraken a handful. And it normally doesn't attack us as long as we're in this strict line that we will go. In this set path. But they veered off. They didn't listen to us. We told them to listen to us, and they didn't. If you go too far to the left or too far to the right, or east and west, and port and starboard, whatever you want to say, it's gonna anger it. It might have a nest down there on either side. It might have eggs. It might have its territory. For some reason, it allows us to go through this specific path. It normally doesn't bother us. But the Nameless didn't listen. The Nameless too, sorry.
And now it is truly nameless.
It's kind of dark. I like it. Have a good night, and I'll have the crew get you in the morning.
Thank you, sir. Is there food for reward? I like food.
This conversation's very depressing. I'm going to go draw in my book. I go to a table and take out my spellbook and start drawing in it.
I sit by my imaginary fire and await food, but if none shows, that's fine. I just sit.
The cook still has some leftover from the previous meal.
Gross. I don't want leftovers.
It's only been an hour.
I don't want leftovers. I turn away the leftovers.
Okay. That's fine. So the night is yours. You guys do anything else?
Nah. I go back to my room. That's enough kind of adventure for one day.
Just chill.
Okay. You guys get as restful sleep as you can. Rosarin, your sleep is fine because you're in such a nice room.
That it is.
The rest of you in your
I fall asleep at the table.
Val, you fall asleep in your book on the table. Fenrir and Bartleby, you guys head to your bunks down in steerage.
I did that too.
Is that how I wake up?
Yeah.
You get punched in the
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Head slams against the table.
You two, you go to your rooms in steerage. You have a decent night. You sleep as good as you can, but halfway through the night, the seas get calmer, and you're actually able to sleep a little bit better. And as you awaken and start to leave your bunk areas or your stateroom, you actually have one of the deckhands standing outside waiting for you guys, saying, and you do get rocked at the table that you fell asleep on. Well, it's like, the captain, he's looking for you. He would like to express his gratitude once further and have you as ready to head to shore.
I wipe the drool off my face and go up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not dressed.
Do you get dressed before you go see the captain?
No.
Okay.
Are we getting off the boat right now?
I mean, shortly.
Oh, I got time.
Yeah. So you just go up in your skivvies?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
It's not the first time these people have seen me in my skivvies.
No, that's not.
I give you a second confused glance when you show up.
This is not new, little thing.
You've mostly just been running around this boat half naked.
If my clothes are wet, yes.
Okay, so then this one time, maybe.
It might have rained more. We've been on the boat for how long?
It's been a few weeks.
So is it still raining?
Anytime you went outside while under the storm, it was raining.
Yeah, so I go outside almost every time I can, get wet, strip down, walk around my skivvies with the excuse that my clothes are wet.
Technically, you're the best bathed.
Truth.
Yeah. True. Fenrir, you slept in this. I'm assuming your bunks are pretty close to each other. You fell asleep right close to Bartleby, and you see him go up in his skivvies.
I will follow. At this point, unfazed by him and his skivvies.
Excellent.
You have seen it the most.
And Rosarin, you get the knock on your state door, and they tell you.
Yes.
As you guys make your way up onto the deck, this is the first time you've seen a blue sky in what seems like forever, close to a month now. And it's beautiful. And if you look out the front of the ship, what's the name of the front of the ship, Sean? Do you know this?
No.
Isn't it the 4?
Forward and... I don't know.
Stern and bow.
Stern and bow.
The front.
The front.
It's the front. As you take a look off the front, you do see this landmass.
Can I borrow Coldrick's sunglasses?
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
It's Averdrick.
He
Average
becomes
Rick,
Average
sorry.
Rick once you do that.
Right, that's fine. I don't care about his status.
He devolves to Average Rick every time he
I'll
takes
stop
off.
cutting you off. Go ahead.
You see this large landmass with lush green jungle right at the edge of the shoreline. And large mountains like surrounding pretty much all of where you might go once you reach the shore. And the captain sees the four of you, and he lets you know. Probably in about an hour, we're gonna be setting anchor. Hope you're dried up, clothed, and ready to go. And he did look directly at you.
I am aware.
And once we reach the land, it's about a few hours travel to the keep, to the garrison. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's on the other sheet, and this thing takes forever to load. I'm going to load it. Actually, I have it loaded on.
Just get a new tablet.
I will.
It's Fort Garrison.
Patreon.com/OneQuest.
Yeah, that doesn't go to you.
I mean, but it'll go to us getting better equipment.
It's Fort Garrison.
It's a personal tablet. Don't even.
It would be the Shale Point Garrison.
Shale Point.
Shale
close.
Okay.
He's like, it'll be a couple hours travel to the Shale Point Garrison, and once we reach there, you will be assigned. You'll get to meet Chief Noldrith, grumpy dragonborn guy, and he'll let you know what the mission is. I'm picking you for because you actually helped last night. Help, yeah. What she said.
If the captain does this, if he does the air quotes while he says helped last night, I'm going to be furious.
Captain doesn't do the air quotes, but when Val did the air quotes, he said what she said.
Okay. And I look over and I'm quite disappointed.
I lower my head and look at the ground.
And he's like, all right, get ready. There's some creatures in the jungle that they're going to blow your mind. Just be prepared.
What's going to blow my mind?
So there's giant lizards.
Yeah.
Some that walk on 2 legs.
Uh-huh.
Some that walk on 4.
Yep.
Some that are actually really tiny that bite your ankles and are pains in the asses.
Okay.
There's just going to be some crazy creatures out.
Are there only lizards?
No, but they're lizard-like things. And the giant lizards aren't only. Look, I don't know a lot about anatomy. Okay, I don't know a lot about biology. I just sail a ship. But the giant lizards are what blew my mind when I first saw them. Just be prepared.
This sounds fine. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't like it.
When you've seen the shit I've seen, dealt with the shit I've dealt with, put up with the shit I've put up with, big lizards are nothing.
I'm not a fan.
That's because you are little.
True.
Grow a little bit.
I can't.
Try harder.
I'm vertically challenged.
That was a good one.
All right. So you guys have an hour. What do you do?
I stand around for 45 minutes and then get dressed.
You just superhero pose.
I kind of want to
100%.
see how long you can get away with just not dressing.
I mean, his AC's gonna be the same.
Is it?
Well, do you?
Yeah.
What, oh no,
No.
you're wearing light armor.
Yeah, I got leather shit.
Okay, so
you
your
can get mage armor.
It would be
True.
It would be a little bit.
I got a
longer.
14, so if I'm wearing nothing, it's a 10, right?
You should get
plus
mage
your
armor.
plus dex, so it would be a 12.
So.
You should definitely get mage
It would be-
armor so you
yeah.
can just wear a cape. And then just your underwear in a cape.
Yeah, that's, as long as it's a leather cape, then,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
it counts as armor.
Exactly.
No, I hang out for a bit and wait till the last possible minute to get dressed.
Is there anything to check out outside here?
I mean, you can just.
Can I go along the shore and see if anything washed up?
Well, we're still on the boat.
Oh, we can't leave the boat yet.
No, yeah, you can't.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna.
But yeah,
I'm not gonna do anything then.
yeah, and it'll be like when you reach the shoreline. Like from what you can see, the shoreline is along.
Are we going to be docking or are we going to be anchoring and boating in?
You're going to be anchoring and boating in. There's no dock set.
Wait,
Horse shit.
how hard would it be to sneak off the boat and check for stuff along the shoreline?
You said you
Split the
can't
party
swim.
already.
You said you can't swim.
Do you have water walking or anything? You'd have to steal a rowboat.
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm not saying, like, you could certainly try.
No, I'm not doing that. That sounds like a lot of effort.
Yes.
If I was close enough that I could, like, jump off and, like,
Wade.
painfully get to the shore, then I would do it.
No, like, this
Hope for the
hour
current
is
to
them
bring
just
in.
getting a little bit closer before they even drop the boats down. So, like, you're still quite a distance away.
All right, I'm just going to make illusionary fires everywhere then. And just scare the guards.
Roll.
I only have to roll if they investigate it, and it's against my deception.
Yeah, just roll a general deception just to see. They're not necessarily going to investigate it, but let's see if they notice it and you startle anybody.
I will. Once I reload my character sheet, because apparently I went backwards by accident. That's a 16.
So, you do, over the course of this, so minor illusion is how long of a spell?
I think a minute. I can check.
It's probably about
It's not very long.
So it's not long. So over the course of this hour,
A minute.
you probably do, what, like 15, 20 fake fires?
Yeah. Whenever I see an opportunity to mess with the guard a little bit, I'm going to do that.
So like your guard's walking over here, or deckhand's walking to one side or the other, you quickly light one. And a few times, they just don't pay any mind. There's a handful of times that you see a deckhand like, what the fuck? And grab a pail and throw water on it, and it stays. And he's just, his mind like, fire! And a couple other deckhands come running and throw water, and like after about a minute it dissipates, and they look around, they inspect the area, it's not burnt or charred or anything, you know. Oh, okay, that's fine, alright, and let's go. And they
I am hiding the whole time when I'm watching this.
Of course, I'm not gonna make you roll stealth.
I could do that too.
I just assume that you're like hiding behind a barrel, because you're a little halfling, you can hide anywhere, just casting it and just watching. And that happens like once or twice before they're just like, after a while, that you start casting more and they just look at it like, what the fuck is this? And you eventually would get bored, but still do it, I guess.
Yep.
Until the hour's up.
When we end up getting to the end of the hour, I'm just going to pay a fake fire on my head and walk up.
Okay. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Rosarin, your retainers won't be able to get to shore this instant.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you instruct them to do anything in your absence?
They will continue searching around for people that they deem fit to join the order.
Okay. All right.
Which is going to be nobody, but
probably. We'll see.
that or you're going to make up a bunch of NPCs to roleplay, and that's your
I'll
decision.
probably occasionally have you roll a D100 to see if you've gotten any more people.
Ceric joined your cause.
Fenrir, do you do anything for this hour?
So, he talked about a mission.
Yes.
Do I know anything about this?
So, all he said is you guys are going to be looking for people that wash up on shore after the...
Oh, okay.
So it's not like you're not on this expedition for this mission. This is just something that happened because the dumbass nameless decided to go off course.
Okay. That's fine.
And so you need to get to the Shell Point garrison and get any equipment that they might give you, and then head back to the shore and start looking.
Okay.
That's what he's done.
Sounds good. So I'll just relax for the last hour.
Do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, do your workout.
My little monk workout.
Your One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Lose all your hair.
Great. After the hour, the deckhands come get you once more or try to find you. If they can't find you, you just step out with a fire on your head.
Mm-hmm.
And they start loading you up onto the first rowboat with the captain. The second in command of the ship, which you guys have seen, but she hasn't really made her presence very well known during the last couple of days. First mate, I don't know why I chose this name. Aria Brunel. She's a half-elf woman. You see Captain Darkhorns tell her, make sure we get all the supplies unloaded and bring it on over. I'll be back in about a day to help organize things, but you're in charge. And she nods her head and then, louder than the captain ever was, starts shouting at the deckhands to make her presence known. Telling them to get everything ready. We're going to shore as soon as we can unload. You four and the captain get into the boat. Start. Who's going to row? Captain ain't rowing. He's a captain.
I mean, I would.
Val says no. We need one other rower.
I'll row.
Okay.
He thinks he's a dwarf. It makes sense.
This half elf. Roll just some strength checks to see how well you guys row.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Starting off well.
4.
Is that athletics, actually?
It could be athletics.
You might be trained in athletics, just why I mentioned that.
Yeah. So that's 6.
6? Okay. With the nat 20, you guys do make it.
You
Sure.
row in circles.
But you constantly are going to, let's say
I was going to say, am I just rowing both of them and he's just holding
Yeah, he's trying
I'm okay with that.
I am like 3 feet taller than he is.
He's trying to help, but you, after like the first like minute or two of you just rowing in circles, you just grab both and row to shore yourself. And you guys reach the shoreline. You reach the land, and it's you hear all these creatures and these calls and these cackles coming out from the jungle up in front of you. Imagine like Jurassic Park style, yes, dinosaurs.
We got it when you painstakingly described the lizards.
I got it when we were going to an island surrounded by a storm.
Yeah.
East
Wait, so we have
Lanubar
to cut through
translates to
jungle
Clouded
get
Isle.
to the,
If you didn't know that.
So there is sort of a path you do have to cut through it a little bit because it's been some time since,
Sure.
like maybe like a couple weeks since the last.
Well,
I mean, it's been at least a year since this ship, or at least like a year and a half since the ship has made it.
Right.
But it, like the people at the garrison might have come to the beach at some point. They could have chopped it down. So it's been some time.
So it's not like a full year's overrun, but not freshly.
Yeah. It could.
Freshly hewn.
You're gonna have to chop through it a little bit. But I think, I don't know, we've got 57 minutes? Should we call the first session here?
That seems
We've
like
made it
a
ashore.
reasonable
Yeah.
spot to
They
stop.
made it ashore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We will.
You expected a Kraken attack. We did not have a Kraken attack.
Well, yeah,
You're welcome.
I expected you guys to try to fight the Kraken, but
Fight a Kraken at level 1!
I don't want
We're
to.
not stupid!
It has nothing to do with stupidity.
No, I just.
It's
But-
simply the fact
It's
of
not a good
there's
idea.
a Kraken, I have a cannon, this sounds like fun,
yeah.
but
And you
I wasn't told
None
to,
of us
so I
are
didn't
low
do
enough intelligence to have been like, I shoot cannon!
it. Had my Arcana check come back differently, and it would have happened.
This is fair.
I don't
So-
know. She probably would have. I don't know what she would have told you. But before we
Exactly.
wrap up, I do want to say that we're doing milestones. You guys got to the island. You're level 2 now.
Hooray!
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Let's
We
roll
did a
for-
lot.
I sat on a
Oh, we're
boat.
rolling for health.
Yeah, roll for
Oh,
health.
okay.
Unless you just want to do the
No,
middle,
fuck
it's
that.
up to you.
I'm rolling a d10.
All right.
Sure, I'll do it. Huh?
7
Oh my
more
God.
health.
7
Well,
more health, which
9.
brings you 9 because of your constitution. So
Yeah.
that what brings you to
21.
21.
I don't know how to level up in this app, so give me a minute.
Do you just want to roll your dice and? Well, it'll have it'll have you do all that. Sean, what do you got? Or Fenrir?
I have 5.
5 plus. Is that including your con bonus?
No, what's my combo? This is, I think it's a +1, so I got 15 now.
15, nice. 9 plus 6, 15. Val, do you?
Yeah, I can roll. Sure. Once the dice lets me go. There we go. Oh, that's not bad. I got 4.
4?
Yeah.
With your con bonus?
With the con, it's going to be 6.
6, so they don't give
I'll be
you this
16.
16. Nice. And Bartleby.
I gotta roll, right?
Yeah. Unless you want to just take the middle,
No.
the average.
Screw that noise.
We reroll once, because I don't want somebody to just get 1 health.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
2 health is fine, 1 health is no.
Give me a D8. Is this D8?
No. Yeah, no,
There you go.
there you go.
6.
6 plus your con.
So, 2.
So 18 for you. Nice, not bad. Fenrir still in the back. No. Fenrir and Val are now equal, I think. But with that, we're gonna be wrapping up. I appreciate you guys listening, and we will be back next week. Or in 2 weeks, with some more bonus action. Tabletop Podcast. See yous.
Bye.
If you would like to find more of our content, you can head over to www.one-quest.com, or you can always help us by supporting us at patreon.com/onequest. If you can't support us there with dollars, though, you can go to your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, all those fun places. Rate us, review us, subscribe to us. Those things all help a whole bunch. You can also find us on social media. It's facebook.com/onequestonline or at @1_quest on Twitter and Instagram. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/onequestvideo, and you can always send us an email to social@one-quest.com.